If you're an innovator, your patent can feel like this bulletproof shield. But here's the thing, there's a hidden clock ticking on it. And if you misread that clock, it can seriously sabotage your company's future without you even realizing it. So today, we're going to break down how you can track it and why it's one of the most critical business strategies you might be overlooking. Think of your patent exactly like that, a shield. It protects your invention, it gives you breathing room to build and capture a market. But that shield, it has an expiration date. And knowing that date isn't just some boring administrative task, it's a massive strategic advantage. Because once that shield is down, your core idea is a free-for-all. So when we talk about a patent term calculator, what do we really mean? This is not just a simple piece of software that spits out a date. You need to think of it more like a decision engine, a tool that takes all this messy legal data and turns it into a crystal clear view of your competitive moat, helping you make way smarter choices about your business. All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of your patent's hidden clock. Then we'll look at the three main ways you can go: the total control of building it yourself, the speed you get from buying a solution, and the free option from the USPTO. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to choose the right path for you. First things first, let's talk about why just taking your filing date and adding 20 years can be a huge mistake. I mean, so many founders start there, but the truth is, it's just not that simple. Okay, so this is where it gets messy. In a good way. Every single one of these items can add or even subtract months, sometimes years, from your patent's life. You've got patent term adjustments or PTAs that can get tacked on if the USPTO is slow, but then you have things like terminal disclaimers, which can actually shorten a patent's life to link it to another one. It's a really complicated puzzle with a lot of moving parts. And this is why it matters so much. This isn't just about being neat with your paperwork. Imagine you're in a pitch, telling an investor your key patent protection lasts until 2038. Then, during their due diligence, they find out it actually ends in 2036. Whoops. That kind of mistake doesn't just hurt your valuation, it completely erodes trust. Okay, so that brings us to our first option, rolling up your sleeves and building your very own patent term calculator from the ground up. Now, you might be asking, why on earth would I use my own precious engineering resources on this instead of my actual product? Well, the appeal really boils down to one incredibly powerful word: control. When you build it, you get a system that's perfectly tailored to exactly how you work. You can integrate it directly with your R&D roadmap, keep all that super sensitive IP data locked down in-house, and design an experience that just makes sense for your team. You gotta admit, for a founder, that feels pretty good. But that control comes with a massive responsibility. This isn't a build it and forget it kind of thing. Nope. USPTO rules and their APIs are always changing. That means your dev team is now on the hook for constant, high-stakes maintenance, and every single calculation needs to be triple-checked by a legal expert, because one tiny bug could lead to a catastrophic financial mistake. And really, this slide just nails the core trade-off, doesn't it? Building it yourself gives you total control over the tool, but buying a solution gives your team total focus on what they're supposed to be doing, building your actual product. Okay, so let's check out path number 2, which is all about tapping into outside expertise, so you can move a whole lot faster and with way more confidence. Look, when you buy a solution, you're not just buying code. You're buying accuracy, you're buying speed, and honestly, you're buying peace of mind. These tools are built by specialists who live and breathe this stuff, people who've already worked out all the weird edge cases. You get answers you can trust in seconds, and a lot of times you even get access to real people who can help you make sense of it. But, there are trade-offs, right? You give up some flexibility because the tool is built for everyone, not just for you. Your sensitive patent info might be living on someone else's server, which could raise some security questions. And yeah, of course, there's a cost, usually a subscription fee. And that brings us to our third and final option, going the official route and using the tools provided directly by the United States Patent and Trademark Office. On the surface, this sounds absolutely perfect, doesn't it? The data comes straight from the horse's mouth, so you know it's accurate. And the best part? It costs you $0 to use. What's not to love? So, what's the catch? Because with something that's both accurate and free, there is always a catch, right? What's the hidden price you have to pay? The catch is all about usability. These things were designed for patent examiners and lawyers, not for founders who need to make quick, strategic business moves. The interfaces are clunky, you have to do everything by hand, and they give you absolutely zero business context. They'll give you a date, sure, but they won't tell you what that date actually means for your company's future. So the price you end up paying is in your team's most valuable currency,
their time.
So we've laid out the three paths: build, buy, or use the free stuff. How in the world do you decide which one is right for your company at this exact moment?
Let's just break it all down in one place. This table really gives you the whole picture. You can see that build is great for teams that have deep legal and dev skills and crave that total control, but you have to watch out for the constant maintenance strain and the risk of getting it wrong. Buy is perfect for growing startups that need to move fast and have solid answers now, but you're trading that for cost and maybe some data security concerns. And finally, the USPTO tools, they're fantastic for a quick one-off verification, but they can create huge strategic blind spots if that's all you rely on.
But here's a little secret, or, just a really smart strategy. You don't have to pick just one. Often, the absolute best approach is a hybrid. You can use a professional buy solution for your day-to-day management and strategic planning, and then use the free USPTO tools as your final official source of truth for verification. That way, you get the best of both worlds, speed and total confidence. At the end of the day, it's not really about the specific tool you choose. The real goal here is to shift your entire mindset. The point is to stop treating your patents like these static legal documents that are just collecting dust in a filing cabinet. You want to make your intellectual property an active, dynamic, living part of your company's growth strategy.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Think about how you're managing your patents right now. Is it just a record-keeping task, something that looks backward at what you've already done? Or is it a forward-looking roadmap, one that's actively guiding where your business is going next? The choice is yours to make.